Welcome to the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio, home to the Toledo Rockets. A full house is in store, and so too a terrific matchup in this one. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Northern Illinois Huskies, taking on another team from the MAC, the Toledo Rockets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Northern Illinois about to kick it off as we get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. The Rockets.
For Toledo,
he certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. It just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. And the Rockets are in the hurry up. The owners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking to go up top on first down. He looks that one in nicely. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. The running back has it. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
And it's not a decision time. You're going for this. You're near midfield. Sometimes those punts will go in the back of the end zone. You're going to net like 25, 30 yards at the most. No. Get the big boy pads on. Strap the extra mouthpiece. Let's go get the first down.
And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. The Huskies offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders.
The expressway is wide open. At the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and
got a lot of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. They want to get this defense on its heels.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Right back to the well. Got room at the 35. Can anyone catch him? And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rockets!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Now on second down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's real.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that is an all too familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
On second down, looking to throw. Fires the pass, intercepted.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
The give to the back. Still running at the 40. Afterburner's coming. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Yeah, and they got stuffed on 1st and goal, and they said, let's go to Old Faithful. Like, let's get the quarterback under center, run quarterback sneak, make this defense stop me. It's such a hard play to stop, and the offense gets the touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. West Virginia dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from Tavon Austin to Stedman Bailey, I think we may have just seen the next great one emerge. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up at 5.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable third down situations. We've seen them in any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. They'll keep that up until this defense proves they can stop it.
Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Rockets with the 1st and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. To the air on first down. Coming after him. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Pressure coming. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Toledo. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. To throw. It's Grove. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got his man. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, 1st down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet at the 35. Push down for the tackle.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another day.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Northern Illinois will line up with a 1st and goal. Using his feet. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Northern Illinois 21, Toledo.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback.
Running toward the tape. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Rockets. Well, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all of this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this offense. As you've seen the explosion, it's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offense is just, they got the upper hand.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Complete to start this drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Finds the tight end. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Going over the top. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Huskies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Nebraska was able to come away with the win as they had so many times there in Lincoln, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Catch in the middle, it's Flanagan. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the first down. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the grab outside. It's Flanagan. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, that play was designed for that down distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation and what play to dial up.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Looking for a huge play. And this will be caught at the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Rockets will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quick completion on the out route.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Rockets looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. That's caught. It's Flanagan. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Rockets trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Makes the grab. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They move the tight end all over. Slams ahead. Touchdown, Toledo. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Set to kick this one away.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Just 9 seconds to play here in the half. Let's see if they come out guns a-blazing. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking for a man. It's Grove. Throws to the wideout. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Toledo. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving core in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the glass bowl.
The Rockets will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. And now the offense will come onto the field again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels.
Touchdown, Rockets! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Now on the move. Quarterback gets enough. just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Grove. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Right on target this time. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Touchdown, Northern Illinois! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Rockets offense is back on the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you're playing a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They get him down after he makes the catch. And the Rockets racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Rockets will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be dragged down. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
At midfield, he's got room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. The give on the inside. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. He's piled up 112 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. Quarterback checking off. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 1st down for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds his tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. And the Rockets want to crank the tempo.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to get it through the air. He's right on target. Across the 25, he's got room. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. The Rockets are marching down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Toledo! They move on top here in the 4th.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and the defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run the jet sweep, making the defense go sideline to sideline. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense was prepared, and I'm really impressed by the eye discipline right now. That's not easy to do. It's not easy to locate that receiver coming across in motion with good timing.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
He's going to take off. Strong, firm tackle.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Can't.
tight end.
On third down, thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quickly complete. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
Headed to the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double cover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Kendricks. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. And the Rockets want to move quickly.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Hands it off. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. All kinds of time before he fires right. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Rockets have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. The quarterback takes a knee. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
they got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses, but this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.